Alright, so we're back on Jetragon versus Xenolord, just as a mount. So now in Tides of Terraria there are a couple of changes with the hitbox sizes and stamina, stuff like that we're gonna be looking at. So overall, if you're just sprinting from place to place, the Nimble Jetragon is around 20% faster than Xenolord, and if you choose Eternal Engine on Jetragon, it's around 12% faster than Xenolord, where we're just assuming that you're sprinting everywhere because the stamina is so high. The second thing is that Jetragon can sprint while hovering. So when you're over water or just over ground, you can keep on sprinting, and then the stamina drain is actually a little bit lower. So you can sprint for a little bit more than 14 seconds instead of just those 10, which is something that Xenolord can't do because when it runs out of stamina, it starts walking or it just drowns. So if you're comparing Eternal Engine with Nimble over longer distances, it's extremely minor, or even just when sprinting a long distance with Xenolord. Then we have the actual practical use cases. So for me, I'm always using my Nimble Jetragon because I'm never traveling further than one full sprint like that if you're in the base doing expeditions. Or let's say you're going out to the oil rig like this. Something else that actually changed in Tides of Terraria are how these lasers now interact with mounts. So as long as you're not taking off in the air, you can actually fly around on Jetragon on Faebreak without being targeted by missiles. You can go to the oil rigs without being targeted by lasers. So then you just have this sprint. This is again the Nimble Jetragon sprinting out to the oil rig. And you can see if you time it there, it's around 28 seconds, 26 to 28 seconds. And this is the Eternal Engine one. So you're kind of hoping that it will make the difference to add this 75 stamina to it with Eternal Engine. But what we're going to see here is that if you actually sprint from the fast travel spot across water like this, you are going to run out of stamina anyway just before reaching it, so there's no real benefit to adding Eternal Engine there, and the Nimble one will actually reach the spot you're going to just a little bit faster, like 30 seconds versus 28 seconds or something like that. But overall there, Nimble wins out a little bit as well. And then we have Xenolord. Can't hover, it's going to be targeted by the air turrets, the lasers and everything like that, so losing out a little bit there. Then it's the hitbox changes. So nowadays all mounts have the same hitbox, so you can use Jetragon while you're in like dungeons. You can do it here in the Terraria dungeon. You can fit through doorways, all of that kind of stuff. Well, if you were doing this on a Xenolord, it would actually just start walking instead, which can be slightly annoying. And again, with the sprint distance, if you're clearing something like enemy bases, as mentioned, I'm almost never using more than the full sprint distance. So here you get to the enemy base, and you can do the same thing here, just walking through the base with this sort of small hitbox size when you're clearing all these bases. And that's true for most of this kind of stuff, like enemy bases, resetting predator paths, all that kind of stuff that I've never really found myself needing more than that 100 stamina. Then we're comparing Meteor Rain and Omega Laser a little bit. So Meteor Rain seems a little bit more consistent than Omega Laser for actually clearing out large packs of enemies. And you can breed it down to other paths, which is a little bit of a W in itself. So the use case for Xenolord right now seems to mainly be mass catching. Is the only real reason I've had to bring it out during Tides of Terraria, really. And then you also have to bring up how easy it is to get the different mounts. Like, you'll have this Yakumo ready to just go catch yourself a couple of Jetragons. You don't need to condense them, they're at full speed from the start. Condensing is mainly just for getting a little bit more stats on it. While you have something like Xenolord, you'll need to get the raid army ready, you'll need to raid it, and then you're gonna need to breed Dr. Braun, everything like that. It can easily take 1,000 hatches just to get the passives on it. And by that time, you are probably sort of semi-done with the game. So you just get your mount after you've actually been using Jetragon for a long while anyway. So that's it for this comparison. Personally, I'm just sticking to my Nimble Jetragon for almost everything. I have not really found any use for the Eternal Engine one. And then I'm just bringing out Xenolord for something like mass catching or just having fun with Polar Pup when you want to climb the mountain again, really. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.